Once upon a time in the old days, before lies learned how to smile, there lived a girl named Omamuyovwi. Her name meant "the Lord is with me," a prophecy spoken at her birth. Her mother, whose strength was spent giving her life, was laid to rest beside the river Ughwerun. Her blood returned to the earth, a silent promise between the soil and the water. The elders who were present said the newborn cried with the rhythm of flowing water, and in the distance the great river seemed to murmur in reply. It was as if a conversation had already begun, one that would echo through the girl's entire life. Omamuyovwi's father, a good man but lost in his grief, eventually sought another wife to help raise his daughter and mend his broken home. He found a woman named Esekha. Her beauty was as sharp and sudden as a flash of lightning, drawing the eye and demanding attention. But her heart was sharper still, a blade honed in the shadows of envy. To the world, Esekha's smile was as warm as the morning sun, but in the quiet corners of her mind she wove curses. When she first laid eyes on Omamuyovwi, a strange recognition flickered within her. It was not love or compassion, but a cold, calculating understanding. This child, she knew, was not ordinary. This one carried destiny like a cloak, a destiny Esekha immediately coveted and despised. From the tender age of 7, Omamuyovwi's life under Esekha's care became a series of trials. Her days began in the pre-dawn gloom, sent to fetch water from the river Ughwerun while the rest of the village slept. It was a time when spirits were said to walk freely, and the air was thick with the whispers of the unseen world. Esekha hoped the chilling darkness and the solitude would break the girl's spirit. But she was ignorant of a crucial truth. The river knew this child. It recognized the echo of the blood that had been given at its banks. Each time Omamuyovwi's small feet touched the damp earth, the river stirred with a protective energy. One morning, as the first hint of light painted the sky in shades of gray and lavender, Omamuyovwi knelt by the water's edge. As her calabash touched the surface, the river's reflection suddenly darkened, the water swirling into a deep, silent vortex. It rose, not with violence, but with purpose, and from its depths emerged a figure of breathtaking majesty. It was Ariyen, the river father, his skin adorned with patterns of white chalk and his wrists encircled with beads of red coral that glowed with an inner light. His eyes held the wisdom of ages, and his voice was the sound of the current itself, deep and resonant. "You were promised before your first breath," Ariyen said, his voice a soothing rumble. "Your mother, in her final moments, sealed a covenant with her blood. She gave you to me, and I gave my word to protect you." He knelt, his divine presence causing the very air to still, and gently washed Omamuyovwi's feet in the sacred, living water of the river. "As long as you keep your heart clean," he continued, "and your spirit pure, the river will be your shield. It will fight for you when you cannot fight for yourself." The water felt cool and alive against her skin, and a deep sense of peace settled in the young girl's heart. From that day forward, an unseen grace followed Omamuyovwi. Her life, once a struggle, became a testament to effortless abundance. When she helped in the fields, the yams in her section grew inexplicably larger and sweeter than any others. When she cast a small net into the river, fish seemed to leap into it, eager to be caught. The villagers found themselves drawn to her gentle nature, favoring her, giving her small gifts, and speaking of her with admiration, though they couldn't articulate exactly why. Her blessings were quiet but constant, a gentle stream of good fortune that enriched her life without her even having to try. Esekha, however, noticed. She saw it all. Every plump yam, every full net of fish, every kind word spoken about her stepdaughter was a fresh wound to her pride. She watched as Omamuyovwi flourished, her spirit untouched by the harshness Esekha tried to inflict. The stepmother's heart, already a sharp thing, began to twist with a jealousy so potent it felt like a physical poison. It soured her days and haunted her nights. Why did this child receive blessings she did not earn, while Esekha, who schemed and strived, felt nothing but a growing emptiness? The green-eyed monster had found a home in her soul and refused to leave. Consumed by her envy, Esekha's spirit darkened further. She sought out a night priest, a man who dealt in shadows and forbidden knowledge, his power drawn from the darker aspects of the spiritual world. In the dead of night, she brought him offerings and laid her bitter heart bare. "Give me power," she demanded, her voice a harsh whisper. "Give me the means to break this child's fortune and claim it as my own." The priest, his eyes ancient and weary, looked past her and saw the doom she was inviting. He warned her, his voice like Rustling leaves, you cannot break a river covenant. It is a bond older than you, stronger than your hate. To challenge it is to invite your own destruction. But Esekha was deaf to any warning that did not align with her desires. She paid the priest's price in blood and in a vow of silence, sealing a pact with forces she did not understand. Armed with dark charms and a heart full of malice, she returned home. One moonless night, when the world was asleep, she prepared Omamuyovwi's evening bath. Into the water, she secretly mixed the potent charms, powders, and herbs designed to corrupt a pure spirit, to make the sacred river reject its own. She watched as Omamuyovwi bathed, and then, with a shove and a cruel word, she pushed the girl out towards the river path, hoping the covenant, now fouled, would turn on the child and claim her life. But water recognizes its own. Blood knows blood. As Omamuyovwi, confused and frightened, stumbled towards the riverbank, the charms in the water on her skin were not a stain, but a signal. The river Ughwerun sensed the corruption, not on the girl, but aimed at her. It did not just stir. It raged. The calm surface erupted in a violent surge, a powerful wave that ignored Omamuyovwi completely. It rose like a great watery hand, reaching past her and seizing Esekha, who stood watching from the bank with a triumphant sneer on her face. Her sneer turned into a shriek of terror as the water dragged her in. Her screams became bubbles, her struggles futile against the ancient power she had dared to challenge. The river did not kill her, it delivered a colder justice. It turned her into a stone at the bottom of the riverbed, condemned to an eternity of watching the blessings of the river flow past her, forever out of her reach. Omamuyovwi, who had been caught in the chaos, was lifted gently by a smaller, kinder wave and deposited safely on the shore, wrapped in a blanket of river weeds, unharmed and dry. She fell into a deep, peaceful sleep. At dawn, the village elders, drawn by the unusual behavior of the river, found her sleeping by the water's edge. That season, the river overflowed its banks, not with destructive floods, but with a bounty that brought unprecedented wealth and prosperity to the entire land. The fish were plentiful, the soil was rich, and the harvest was the greatest anyone had ever known. The river's blessing, meant for one, was shared with all. In time, Omamuyovwi grew into a wise and beautiful woman, her inner grace radiating outwards. She married a good man who cherished her spirit, and together they became respected leaders in their community. She never grew proud or forgot the source of her protection. She always honored the river, making offerings of thanks and teaching her own children to respect its power and its wisdom. And the story of that night was passed down through generations, becoming a lesson etched into the memory of the people. To this day, the elders in that land will warn you with a knowing look in their eyes. Do not touch a child whose destiny you do not understand. Do not mistake gentleness for weakness. They will tell you some covenants are older than jealousy. Some promises are sealed in blood and water, and they cannot be broken. And sometimes when the river Ughwerun runs unusually quiet, when the current flows with a deep, silent stillness, the elders will nod and whisper to the young ones, "Listen, Esekha is still watching the blessings she can never ever touch." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a tale from the heart of tradition. We'll see you next time.